Titles are being used throughout my film opening, which is similar to many other film openings that I have researched. Most film openings have 18 to 20 titles on their film opening, which mine has roughly the same amount. I ordered my titles throughout my film in order of importance of the production. For example, I put the directors and producers at the beginning of the film opening, as I believe they are of high importance in producing the film opening. Music is used throughout the film to set mise en scène. I chose the music I did to show the feelings and emotions throughout the piece. The tempo and pitch changed to suit the scenes. For example, in more intense scenes, the music changes to suit the mood. This supports the conventions of real media products, and as the music in the real product relates to the genre of the film. My film opening includes many different shots to create atmosphere and mise en scène. However, I used a long shot in my film opening to set the scene so the audience could understand what the film was going to be like. In my film opening, class and status is represented by the location of the character's house. The lane is small and the houses are fairly sized. This shows that the area is quite wealthy and lived in by middle-class people. This represents the characters as being comfortable with their lives, for example money. Class and status is also represented by the interior of the house. Overall, the inside of the house looks cosy and full with antique furniture, which may suggest the class of the characters. However, the film opening opposes the social idea of happiness and well-being by the plot of the opening. The fact that the middle-class family have underlying family issues opposes the social value of middle-class people being happy and content with their lives. This is shown through the long camera scene shot, when the whole family are looking through old photo albums, joyfully reminiscing over old memories. In this scene, the family are clearly excluding Martin from joining in, not only through their dialogue, but their placement in the scene. The fact that Janet, Natasha and Phoebe are sitting closely and together on the other side of the room to Martin, on a completely different sofa, suggests that they might be quite close in relation. Adding to this, Martin expresses his feelings of exclusion through his body language and position in the scene. I purposely placed him on the other side of the room to exaggerate feelings of exclusion for Martin. This also challenges stereotypes in today's society that men are domineering over women in families. Furthermore, in my film opening, the man is more vulnerable and at threat than the woman. An example for my film opening is that Martin is in a vulnerable position within his family, rather than the stereotypical woman. Due to this, my film opening goes against everyday stereotypes. In my film opening, power and hierarchy is represented. Martin's mother, Janet, appears to have power over Martin and how he interacts with the family. Martin has been excluded from the family due to Janet disallowing him to feel included. However, it's not only Martin that is put in a vulnerable situation by Janet. The scene of Martin's wife and daughter with the high-angle shot shows the fear and vulnerability that Janet has made them feel. Phoebe and Natasha have been put into a vulnerable situation without knowing so. Janet has knowingly influenced their behaviour to exclude Martin from the family. However, Natasha and Phoebe are unaware of this. My made-up movie institution for my film opening is Creaky Door Production. Initially, in my group, we decided that our film would be distributed by an independent distributing company. My film, depending on its success, will be exhibited in cinemas such as Showcase, Odeon and Vue. I chose for it to be shown in these cinemas as they are three of the most popular in the UK, and will give it a better chance of success. Showcase and Showcase Cinema Deluxe are owned by National Amusements. Showcase and Showcase Cinema Deluxe is one of the largest leaders in the motion picture exhibition industry, operating over 850 screens in the US, UK and Latin America Showcase. I believe that Showcase Cinemas would offer a good service of advertising and exhibiting my film opening. My target audience was men aged between 16 and 40. I chose this target audience due to the fact that my film opening contains quite graphic and disturbing images, as I thought males would be more suited and interested in watching that. Because my target audience is men, I chose to have a male protagonist. To attract my target audience, I used a male protagonist and went against the stereotypical idea that men are always domineering in the family. This goes against props law of the fact that there is always the same type of characters in films. From my film opening, I have used computer programs such as iMovie and iTunes. I have also used recording equipment such as microphones to record sound and a video recorder to record the film opening. I already vaguely knew how to use iMovie and iTunes, so I didn't have many problems when editing my film opening. With iMovie, I struggled to get the text and titles where I wanted on the scene in the film opening. As iMovie is very limited as to where I can place the titles on the screen, I had to make the best of the facilities I had. Overall, however, I feel that my titles look professional and they suit the genre of my film. Before my production, I already knew how to work the video camera that I used to film the opening, so I didn't have a problem with learning how to use the camera. To record the sound and dialogue of my film opening, I used the microphone on my iPhone, which worked very effectively. Overall, for my preliminary task, I have learnt how to use camera shots to effectively convey feelings and emotions. I have done this in my film opening by using close-ups of Martin to show that his emotion in that particular scene. This is important to do as the audience needs to know the character's emotions. I've also learnt that by putting non-diegetic music over the film, the feelings and emotions of the scene can be conveyed easily. In my film opening, I used tense music to show Martin's emotions deteriorate as the film opening went on.